I don't know. I feel like the movie completely changed me, but I've never felt more the same.
I don't know what I was expecting, but I certainly wasn't expecting that.
As it progressed into the third hour, I was reminded of my childhood, and I realized I do forgive my dad.
When I was about 15, I came up with my first idea for The Rock. It's actually fun to look at some of my earlier ideas that I had when I was a kid. I mean, to think I actually considered using sedimentary rock. I mean, come on. After the initial sketches, it became a concept of trying to create movement in a stationary object, like animating the inanimate. And after a few years of toying and experimenting with that idea, it began to blossom into a full-length film. I really didn't anticipate the overwhelmingly positive reaction I got from audiences. You know, with such a modern concept, you don't really know what to expect. But it became an almost worldwide phenomenon among the independent film community. And of course, with that high praise came also the pressure to follow it up with something bigger and better. And so I turned to the internet and I asked my fans what they wanted. And they wanted more Rock. That's when the idea for Rock 2 came about. Everything about it seemed perfect. I had a higher budget, better equipment, more time to film. So I started scouting locations around the world, and 2 years later was finished. However, people didn't react as I had expected. The film was protested pretty heavily.
You know, just because you include a couple of freaking rocks in your movie doesn't mean it's a good movie.
I guess I didn't realize how passionate the fan base was. And looking back on it, I should have seen it coming. The extensive use of CGI, the voice acting, there was just nothing to take away from it, no substance. It lacked the originality that made the first film so iconic. Ultimately, I was at rock bottom, and I needed a clean slate to work from. I began endlessly watching classic films, trying to see what made them so timeless. I truly wanted to be one of those filmmakers, one that would be remembered for all of time. I went back to the drawing board that single-handedly built and destroyed my career to try and think of something new. I wanted to give off the same concept that made the first film great, but something completely different. It was proving to be a lot harder than I originally anticipated. Until one minute, it hit me. I went back to the original location of the first film to begin shooting. I tried to shoot it in a similar way to the first film, but without being too similar. After I finished filming, I went straight to the computer to edit, and from there I decided to hold a private screening with my family and some of the more devout fans of the series.
It was beautiful.